Today's devotion comes from the book I Am 40 Reasons to Trust God.
The name of God we will be looking at today is Jehovah Tsuri, the Lord my rock. God helps us. He turns our problems into something good.
Today's title is Dreams and Dreamers. Psalms 28:1. Lord my rock, I call out to you for help. Psalms 28:1.
Listen to my dreams, Joseph told his 11 brothers and his father Jacob. In Joseph's dreams, which came from God, 11 bundles of wheat and then 11 stars, plus the sun and the moon, all bowed down to Joseph. But Joseph's dreams made his brothers angry. Do you think you're better than us? They asked. Joseph's brothers were already upset with him. They were jealous because their father had given Joseph a beautiful, colorful coat. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers who were out in the fields tending the sheep. Here's our chance, the brothers said. They grabbed Joseph, tore off his colorful coat, and threw him into a pit. When traders with the camel caravan came by on their way to Egypt, the brothers sold Joseph to the traders. Then they went home and lied to Jacob. A wild animal killed Joseph, they said. In Egypt, Joseph became a servant. He worked for Potiphar, the captain of the king's guard. God was with Joseph and made all of his work turn out well. So Potiphar said, I'm putting you in charge of everything in my house. Then one day, even though Joseph had done nothing wrong, Potiphar became angry with him. Into the prison you go, Potiphar said. Poor Joseph. But God was still with him. The keeper of the prison put Joseph in charge of all the prisoners, and God made all of Joseph's work turn out well. Two of the prisoners, the king's baker and the king's cupbearer, had dreams they didn't understand, but God showed Joseph the meaning of their dreams. When the king's cupbearer got out of prison, Joseph said, Please remember me. But the cupbearer forgot all about Joseph until 2 years later when the king had strange dreams. I know who can tell you what your dreams mean, the cupbearer said. His name is Joseph. Bring Joseph here now, the king ordered. The prison guards quickly brought Joseph to see the king. Tell me your dreams, Joseph said, and God will tell me what they mean. Joseph listened carefully to the king, and then he said, God is showing you what he is going to do. 7 years of good crops will be followed by 7 bad years when food will not grow. So choose someone wise who can store up grain throughout the land before the bad years come. You are that wise man, Joseph, the king said. God is with you and makes you wise. So I am putting you in charge of all the land of Egypt. For 7 good years, Joseph stored up grain. And when the bad years came and people were hungry, he sold grain to them. People came from far away to buy grain. Even Joseph's brothers came, but they didn't recognize Joseph. Oh, my brothers, Joseph cried. I am Joseph. Don't be upset that you sold me into Egypt. God has helped me. He sent me here and put me in charge of all the land of Egypt so I could keep you alive. Go now and bring your families and my father here to live with me in Egypt.
Have you ever climbed on playground equipment made of rope or walked across a trampoline? It's fun to try to balance on the soft surface. But when we have problems at home or at school, we want something steady to hold on to and help us. One of God's names in the Bible is the Lord my rock. Rocks are firm, strong, and solid. When we have a problem or need help, God steadies us and protects us like a rock. We can hold on to Him. He will be with us and make things work out in a good way, just as He did for Joseph and all of Joseph's family. There is no rock like our God. 1 Samuel 2:2.
Dear God, when I need help, I will call out to you, and you will help me like a strong rock. Thank you for making things work out right. I love you, God. Amen. Do you want to learn more?
Deuteronomy 32:4 says, He is the rock, His deeds are perfect. Jesus told a story about a man who built his house on a strong rock. Find it in Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 through 27.
What happened next?
Joseph's family in Egypt grew very large and became known as the Hebrews. After Joseph died, a new king in Egypt was afraid of them because there were so many of them, and he made them his slaves. After 400 years of slavery, God chose a man named Moses to help his people.